in the trash bin and roll it around front so that the trash truck could collect it the next morning. And then it was like a house down and across the street is what I saw. The two men in a truck, and they were facing my house. So I couldn't see it from inside my house, but I just happened to take out the trash while they were there. And they were both like facing my house and talking, and then they noticed me and they were looking at me like trying not to too much. But I knew immediately what it was. They were over there, um, not knocking on my door, not telling me. They were secretly coming to look at my house and discuss something about my house. And so I believe these to be angels. I would say these are angels. So angels were, they were house down and across the street, parked in someone's driveway. Two of them, and they look kind of, I don't want to say redneck or hillbilly, because I don't mean anything disrespectful. Just like country folk, but that is not of low class and might even be like medium income. But anyways, these were the people that were looking at my house, and they noticed when I was there, and maybe like they thought they had been caught. And that's the thing. We're supposed to be taken by surprise, but I see you, angels. I see you when you come to my house, or when I interact. Then like they try not to even look at me, because God has increased our discernment. So at least some of us, so that we can tell what we're dealing with, and something that's not quite human. So I think it's cute, but here I am without a vehicle right now, and I did not pay my credit card last month because the bank, I think witchcraft and God were involved in this somehow, to have late fees. And I'm trying to get enough to pay. I actually got enough to pay it last month, and then it wasn't paid anyways because of witchcraft or God, or it's not a fluke, and it's not a banking error. But now I'm trying to pay it this month, and it's just like everything piled up, and I'm trusting God, but it's like, hey, now interest is a sin, and usury is a sin, and now I have an interest payment, so how is this going to be taken care of? Because I'm not going to be paying that. I just was thinking, for the first time ever, I was thinking that, you could actually just keep spending money on the credit card and not pay it off. And then you would like get that money for free. And I know that's like stealing. But when they're stealing, if they steal interest from me, I still didn't call the credit card company, but at the bank, this is insane what they've done. And if there's no way to fix this, I don't know. But it actually wasn't, it was a problem with the bank. And, if I can't come up with enough money to pay the card this month, and then the fees double up, and the first time wasn't even really my fault, because it was supposed to process, and there was like just a hold placed without telling me, and actually the hold was placed after hours, so I don't know if anything could have been done. Even if I got up the next morning and went to the bank, then the hold probably still would have been placed when the credit card company went to withdraw the payment. This is insane. I'm just going to tell them, like, if they don't take care of this, I am going to make a video with the bank's name, exposing them for what they have done. But, God controls everything, and maybe there's not even any real humans out there. It's like, there's like one person that says, I'm a human, Well, I'm not so sure I believe you. I don't see many humans. What is this? There's silly spirits and creatures, there's angels, and there's demons. And some of the demons, I don't know, like, they will help a little bit. It's like some of them actually don't hate you when they're not on assignment. They actually might be in awe of you. Like, Actually, this is something I made a video on a really long time ago with the different beings and the entities and the narcissist. And there was one time, and I was totally prayed up, and this is all like God's power, it's not my power. I was prayed up and I was prepared. And this was shortly after the discard, and I was seeing demons manifesting for the first time, so it was a little nervous, but actually it was like, you know, I was ready to fight, like, I was told to fight, so I was prayed up, and I prayed to have, like, the angels and Jesus come with me, and they did. And, like, I could feel it. It was, like, this, like, feeling, it was kind of, like, happiness, and, like, bright, and, like, I don't want to say, like, the sun, okay, but when we got to, oh, we went to, like, the mall where Trader Joe's is. Yeah, we went to the mall where Trader Joe's is. And I was prayed up and, like, and it was like spiritually, like, supercharged or something. So there was like row of angels on each side of me and Jesus, like, going like that, and, like, I was shining and glowing. And instead of just going straight to the grocery store, because the narcissist was going to go to the grocery because I had no car because he had crashed my car and it was never replaced. And I didn't have any money either because he closed his credit card. So he had to take me, he wanted to take me to the grocery store because he had planned to poison all of my new food. And he actually drugged me. And he was mad. And I was actually going through this stuff to find out the tactics and exactly what he did. So he gave me some sedative. Okay, that's not what happened here. Because the sedative was timed to, like, kick in so many hours later. And we had to go to the grocery store. So it wasn't supposed to start working until we got back. Okay, so basically I was ready shortly before he got there. And once he got there. So it was just like a row of angels. It just went straight, like, I don't know, it could have been, it was really long row of angels on both sides, and Jesus was there, and I was there with them, like, in the middle, and I'd asked him to come, and, like, it was like they were there. I was like, I could almost see him, like, I could see him and then not see. It was a weird thing. Like, spiritually, my spiritual eyes could see that they were there. And we were just supposed to go to the grocery store. But then the narcissist was like, hey, you want to get a coffee? He actually seemed like in a better mood and not grumpy. And, like, stopped and wanted to get a coffee. And then I was just waiting in line, and I could just feel, like, the spiritual power and the energy. And I was just standing there, like calm and, you know, just, like, radiating. I don't know if this is the Holy Spirit or what. But the narcissist stood at, like, the end of the coffee shop. So I'd say probably 20 feet away. And he was staring at me like, oh wait, I can't do it. Like, happy. Like, so surprised, like a cartoon. Like, the eyes bugging out and, like they wanted that power. How do I say it? Like, not afraid, not wanting to run away, but, like, they're, like, boing, like, the eyes, I'm trying to do it, but, like, they were astonished, but also, like, happy, like their precious was the power of God or something, and they were just staring at awe at me, but it wasn't me they were looking at, it was the power of God. Anyways, then we went in the grocery store, and, I was there with the angels, and I just kept zapping, like, I was zapping the demons and the narcissist, and then they would leave, but they would instantly come back. I made a video on this a long time ago, but it was like as we went through the grocery store and picked things up, the angels just with me on the sides, this way going all the way down, this side going all the way down, and we were just walking through the grocery store, and the narcissist was like, hey, and he was actually, like, kind of happy and in a good mood. Just being around these angels put him in a good mood. So I think some of the grumpy demons left. I think that's because they control the attitude. So then I was just looking at him and like zap, 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 and then the demon would leave. But either that demon or a different one would come back so fast. It was like if a flame, for like a candle flame or like a candlelight flickered, or if like a light bulb flickers. It's like that's how quickly that a demon would leave and a demon would come back in. And I assumed it was the same one, but it might have been different ones. So this kind of verified, like, and it kept doing that over and over and over again. And the narcissist actually was like in a good mood and nice during this time, was actually nice. So I'm thinking that the demons that were jerks left. But yeah, it's only demons in there. And the Nephilim is the devout demon. And when I saw them get pulled out, like they were like terrified that I had seen them and I recognized it. So I don't know if I think they got pulled back into hell. But also they don't, the serpent might not be there for all people. Like if it's just a casual encounter or a one night stand, I don't think the serpent shows up. This is more like an intelligent being that's needed to hold a job. So if your narcissist is not able to hold a job, then I don't believe they have a serpent or Nephilim. If they're not able to hold a job, they also need this to be in a long-term relationship, because otherwise the demons just aren't smart enough to pretend to be human. Like, they can pretend to be sarcastic and party and drink and do drugs. The demons can do that. So they like to hang out with younger people. It's not because they like young people with no wrinkles or anything like that. It's not because of that. It's because they're naive and they're easier to fool. And because the narcissist behaves in a way that is immature. So when most people get older, then they would notice this and think something is wrong. And they would not pursue a relationship with this person. But when you're 17 or 18, they show you in the movies and in TV shows that this is cool, this is how you want to behave, and they're like just copying TV shows. So, but no, this is the way that the narcissists behave, and they actually made these shows in these movies as cover and protection for the narcissists, because that's how they behave, which is not how a respectable human behaves. Humans behave different from narcissists. So in order to hide the narcissists, that they could walk around in human bodies and get away with it, then a lot of TV shows had to be put out there where the cool people behaved like narcissists. So you would just think the narcissist is copying the TV shows. But no, what's actually happening is the TV shows are copying narcissists. And so that you think, oh, they're just doing that now, then that becomes the pop culture. Anyways, what am I talking about? Yeah, is everything is an angel or demon? I don't know, because I don't see many people. I think there's a few people, there could be a lot of non-player characters, there's a lot of angels, and there's a lot of demons. I'd say there's probably a lot more demons, because the angels, I know that we're supposed to have angels with us all the time, but I mean, walking around in like human bodies. Walking around in human bodies, most people will be demonic. And rarely you will see an angel walking around in a human body, but I think that they normally hold like service jobs. Like they might work at the hospital, they might work at the bank, they might work at the charity, they might work in a government office. And this is where you find a lot of your angels, surprisingly. But then when you're just walking around your neighborhood, then most of these people would be demons. And how many are actually human? Or are there humans that also have the demons, and the demons just manifest around chosen ones? Boy, I didn't go to sleep last night, if you can't tell. I have so much information. But anyways, I haven't been out in a long time because of my car trouble, and I was trying not to drive it, and because I thought it was getting fixed, and I don't have the socket wrench to replace it, and then I was going to go and take care of it, and then the guy came over that morning, actually woke me up, and he was like, looking at it. He's like, I need to get the socket wrench, and my friend has one, and I'll come back. And he didn't. So that's why I didn't do it, because I don't have the socket wrench. And it's almost like he knew that I'd had enough and that I was going to find someone else to do it. So then he came over that day just to say that he was going to get a socket wrench from, he knew someone that had one. And then he was going to come back. And he didn't come back again. But it's like, if these are all angels and demons and they're all following God's command, like, God knows that my car needs fixed. And technically it still runs. But the thing is, with the spark plugs bad, the more I run it, the more it screws up the engine, and the more it messes up the catalytic converter. And it's been going like this for a while. So now that it's sitting there, I think it's also a sign I had better not drive it anymore. I'm going to get into a very expensive repair, which is why I just been ordering DoorDash. And I've got one more order I can place there with a coupon, and then it's back to buying only at Panera. But, yeah, I don't feel like walking 5 miles, like, to go to some restaurant and then back home. I could walk to the gym and then come back and then go to a restaurant. It's like, well, at that point, it's like I don't need to go to the gym because I've already used the treadmill. Boy, what am I talking about? Everyone is an angel or demon. I think a lot of the people, like, that check you out at the store, they can be angels. People that work at the store. There are so many angels. I wonder if anyone is even human. But actually, I did meet a couple of humans. I did meet a few. But I wonder if, like, there's more non-player characters than there are actual humans. And there's a lot more demons than humans right now. And there's a lot more demons than angels walking around. But I think that there are probably the same amount of angels, probably, I don't know. There's a lot of angels, probably more angels than humans that we just don't see. And they're not walking around. They're not walking around in human bodies at the moment, interacting with you, but they are fighting spiritual forces that you don't see at all times, like that are coming at you and wanting to attack you, and then they're just like your bodyguards. I'm not sure exactly how this works. I do know, though, that when you have an angel walking around in a human body, certain ways they behave, and I can notice them, and there's demons in human bodies. And it's not that I have some special power. A lot of you guys can do this too, and God gives different gifts to his followers. So some people can hear in the spirit, and some people can see in the spirit, and sometimes God lets me do these things. Actually, I think, like, most of the time, unless I'm in a lesson where I can't know what's going on yet. So actually, that's what happened, is usually I'm veiled until the mission or the lesson is completed, and then the veil is lifted, and then I see things how they are. And most people, I do just notice this. But some people get, like, visions. Some people get dreams, and not about their own lives. I mean, like, prophetic dreams for all of humanity. Some people, let's see. Come on, get it together. Some people actually hear, possibly God. I'm not sure it's God. It could just be an angel. But they actually get spoken to by God or by an angel, and then they're given messages. And some people are told by God to make, like, YouTube channels. I wasn't, but it's weird, like, for me. That's not, like, I never get any direct instructions, so I don't really know. So I just try, like, a whole bunch of different stuff and see what works. And I think maybe God did this too, knowing my personality, is that, like, I want to do stuff, like, myself, and a lot of this has just been, like, I can't do anything if God doesn't want it. Like, I had everything all lined up to have a home and working on with a roof and a new life and low bills and everything taken care of. But of course it was all sabotage. Every time I try to, like, fix things, and it would normally work if the laws of physics without any spiritual intervention, what I had tried should have worked, and I would have been okay. But no, God made sure that nothing worked, and God made sure all of my resources were drained, and like all the money that I had saved, all the precautions just everything was destroyed. Like the storage food was destroyed, the house was destroyed. My car getting damaged, just everything putting me in a certain position where I get comfortable being uncomfortable. But in that, I learned that it doesn't matter what I do, because if God doesn't want it to happen, it's going to fail. Like, no matter how hard I try, because it's not my power that does anything. Like, if there was no God and we just did things on our own, then yeah, maybe my power would be able to do things. But God controls all of us. And God withholds blessings and God gives blessings. And I don't know, like, I don't, like, right now, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm kind of, like, just doing nothing. I didn't even tell anyone else, like, about my vehicle. Because I'm wondering, like, am I delaying my own blessings by trying to fix problems myself when I can't fix anything? God has to be the one to do it. And it'll be perfect if God does it. So it's like I just hear conflicting things. I hear conflicting things, and I don't get spoken to by God. So I'm not exactly sure. I don't hear the voice. I'm not given like clear instructions. I hear something like, take action, do this, do that. Okay, and then I hear other people say like let go and let God. Like, don't, hands off. Okay? So maybe I'm thinking I'm trying hands off now. I was stressed out thinking all the stuff I had to do and just trying everything I could to get help, and nothing would work, trying to get attorneys, trying to get legal assistance, trying to take care of stuff. Everything failed. And all of my money was stolen, and my home was destroyed, and things getting worse and worse. And all my best efforts. And if this was just a basic 3D world following the natural laws, then some of this should have worked and I would have been okay. But no, none of it worked. Because I had to learn that God is in control. And it was intentionally sabotaged. And this is like a lesson for me to teach me. I mean, I don't think I have excessive pride, but I have some, to where I have enough pride that there's certain ways I will not allow myself to be victimized. And because of that, there are certain types of torture and trauma I go through, possibly worse, I don't know, but there are certain types of troubles that I go through and you go through, because I just have too much pride. I have too much pride to be physically abused. I would not allow myself to be physically abused. I would not allow myself to be forcibly raped. I would not allow that. Those things did not happen. And God made sure, too, knowing me, that I was in sports. I was active. I ran around the country. I was a wrestler. So, no, none of that was... Actually, I would be like, hey, you want to fight? And then when the devil was like... oh, men can beat up any woman. And I'm like, you want to fight? And I seriously, come on, let's go. And then he didn't want to. Of course they don't want to. But anyways, they've been to prison and stuff. The way they fight is by using a shiv. So they don't... No, I meant like an actual fight. So certain ways I will not allow myself to be victimized. So I've just been surrounded by like mice, feces, and dirt and filth. And I have like PTSD from like disgusting like waste and sewage and oh my gosh. But anyways, there's a lot of information here. I'm gonna pause this and make another video about narcissists for some people. Just I learn more stuff, and just every day, like I get just a little something else, like something else happens, or I get some information somewhere, and then, I just add that to what I already know, and it like just expands my wisdom and knowledge. And it's fun, and I'm sure God's behind this too. It's not like I'm doing this. I want to learn, I want the knowledge and wisdom, and God's like leaving little trails, and I guess every day, or every few days, that I learned something else, and then it gives me more knowledge about what happened in the past. So I'll make a new video about narcissists and how they behave. But yeah, I don't know how many people are real people. Maybe only the 144,000 are real people, and everything else is an angel or a demon. And there's probably non-player characters too. Who knows? Who knows? But it's funny because when I interact with them, they try not to look at me and talk, and they try to be serious, but they're not serious. So I can tell that this is an angel. And I look at them, and they don't want to come back. They want to run away. They're like, oh shoot, I'm caught. And then they were across the street looking at my house talking. And then I actually just happened to be taking out my trash while they were there. And they're like, oh shoot. They can't speed off then because it's too obvious. And they didn't just like stare at me like this, but they just kind of like looked in my direction, like kind of that level of interest. But I could tell that they were looking at me. And also I had DoorDash charged to my credit card because I don't want to drive my vehicle, which is supposed to be fixed. And it's not fixed, but I guess if I charged some socket wrenches, maybe I could try to fix it. But when you're broke, where's my miracle financing? I actually asked for miracle blessings, like financial like miracle or something, right before this whole bank thing happened. And so, anyways, I guess I did get a little bit. But then it like backfired and I did not get debt cancellation. But just enough money to come in to pay my bills would be nice, because like I have to have a little bit more than is necessary to pay the credit card, because then like the utilities come out of my checking. Yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best, and I've had some very understanding, kind customers to where they purchased more than one item, and I normally would check, back in the day I would check everything before I clicked accept, but I was like tired and I was busy, and now it's like everything I'm selling now, I can't find it or something's missing. This is not normal. It's like witchcraft or something being used, to where I know where 95% of stuff is, and it's only the items that I can't find or that are missing sell or something, and then I gotta go and everybody has been so kind and understanding and polite, like really great, wonderful customers, and they do. But like I swear, I sold a necklace, and I've seen this necklace like 1,000,000 times, and actually I saw it like a few months ago. Before I had listed it, I knew I had it. And, it's like my attempt of sorting something better or putting it away, and then somehow it's lost forever. I don't know. But then that's gone, and then another item. So it's just like spending hours trying to find this. But, while I'm looking for hours, wasting my time, I also was able to do some other things and sort through different merchandise, which I also did need to do. But yeah, it's a huge mess here. And I see you, angels, and you're going to have to try really hard. Actually, if you want to trick me, then come on over and fix my car, or just fix my house. Because that's the one thing I don't expect, is something good I don't expect to happen. Now, if you're just going to stand there and not do anything, then I'm totally, I expect that to happen. But like with this guy who's going to fix a car, and he keeps coming back, like I'm wondering if this is a part of God's plan to keep me at my house and not going out. I keep hearing like a table is prepared in the presence of our enemies. There's a lot of bad things that have happened in my family, especially this last week, and I think I know why. And someone very dear and beloved to me, who is also an enemy, something has happened to them. And I think that this is my opinion based on circumstantial evidence, so I could possibly be wrong. But I think that he was warned to not attack me, and did help me, but also did something that was harmful to me, and because of that, something really horrible happened to him, and it's just been causing a lot of trouble for me. And actually, it's not really causing much, maybe a little trouble, but I just have to think about certain things and, just call and talk, and yeah, it's not a good situation, but that's been like eating up a lot of my week, and I can't get into the personal details here, but it's kind of heartbreaking, and it's like when you care about somebody, even if they don't care about you at all, and they try to destroy you, when they get hurt, when they get destroyed, it's like, I don't want that to happen. It's like, not a lot of stuff upsets me. This really upset me. It's like something really bad happened, and it's possibly karma for what they tried to do to me or what they did to me. But they also helped me, so yeah, I don't know. But the favor always comes with betrayal of so I know that nothing happens by coincidence. Nothing happens for no reason. There's so much stuff, and a lot of it I'm not going to share on here. I've learned to I put a lot of information together and figuring out what's going on. A lot of stuff is personal. I'm going to go back and I've been working on privatizing my videos, but not so much that I'm trying to find the inventory, the merchandise that's sold. So I still haven't, I swear I've looked at every single thing I have and it's not there, so I don't know. But anyways, yeah, how many real people? Maybe only 144,000, and there's 8 billion people walking around? This is possible. I don't know. Because occasionally I'll see what looks like a real person, and I think there are some people that can see our light. And I think these are humans. And these are humans that are the remnant as well. That are able to see the light, and they're not evil, and they're not trying to attack. Like, that's the demons in people. So it's a person without demons or without many demons. If they do have a few, they're not given the authority to do anything at that moment. But anyways, those people are far and few between. And it may be months before you see one person like that. Well, every day you'll see demons manifesting. So, and I'm not jealous of anyone else's anointing. I'm not jealous of anyone else's ability to hear or see in the spirit. Maybe, maybe I wouldn't say necessarily jealous, but maybe like a year ago I was really wanting to. I asked to hear and see in the spirit more, and what I heard some other testimonies, like that's something that I wanted, but I'm not jealous of anyone's ability to make YouTube videos and give out the prophecies. Now, a lot of that prophecy, I think, I believe, based on what I hear, is a lot of it is from God, and some of it is their own opinions, which they throw in there to add more content and make the video longer. And then they mix this together with what God says. It's actually warned against in the Quran as well, and this leads to many false beliefs and indoctrinations and things being twisted later. Because even if those people have good intentions, because it's not direct from God, then people without good intentions later come and they distort that and twist it even further. Since that's not the word of God, that they've just put their own opinion with the video, then evil like forces of darkness take that information then, and they can use what was not from God and twist it even more to actually hurt us later. So anyways, that's long enough. Thanks for listening.